Hello and welcome to another edition of the Time Flies podcast. I am your host, Dariel. And for the viewers, as you can tell, but listeners, you can't tell yet, but obviously the viewers, you can. To the right of me, I got a very special guest who's back with me in the building. I got my guy, Neil, with me.
Part two.
Part two, my guy.
Numero dos.
Numero dos. How you doing? You chilling?
I'm chilling, man.
All good, all
I'm
good?
I'm good.
Yeah, man. So if you checked out the previous episode, you know the topic. We're going to continue with our topic of ranking our favorite R&B projects for the past decade. Yeah, man. If you checked out the last project, we really appreciate the support. We appreciate the time and energy to listen to it. You want to get right into it?
We can get right into it,
Let's
man.
get right into
Let's
it,
get
man. So I'm going to pass you the iPad.
Yes, sir.
Because remember, we still high tech.
We see, bro, we are fancy, bro.
We
We
try.
drink with our pinkies up, dude. The wine glass is pinkies up. The sangria in my wine glass.
We try,
All right.
yo.
So, for this artist, honestly,
Number
he
7.
number 7 is very different because of how many genres this artist does. Not many people know this artist, but he actually wrote Justin Bieber's first record, Baby. He obviously there's mad writers on songs, but he's one of the main writers on Baby, and not a lot of people know this. I remember seeing Justin Bieber perform at the U.S. Open when he first started with Usher. He came out with Usher at the U.S.
shit.
Open right in Queens.
Yeah.
Right over there in Queens when he was 15 or whatever and performed Baby. And Black Bear was the writer behind that. And this is who my next artist will be. Black Bear.
Oh, okay.
Artist, the name of the album is Digital Drug Lord. And as you can see from the artwork, drugs. We are not breaking any rules here. There's no sexual stuff being shown.
Facts.
Just prescriptions.
Yeah.
All right. And this album is super, like my man Dario always says, this album is super toxic because he's talking about a whole lot of coke, he's on his weekend shit. He's on his House of Balloons shit.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying?
Oof.
He's on his House of Balloons, bro.
Black Bear. Damn,
And-
bro. I think he's like sent me a song of his, and I just never got around to it, bro.
Mhm.
I definitely dropped the ball on that one. I
It's-
fuck with the artwork though.
I think I sent you the song and I wrote it down. I think I sent you the song Chateau.
Chateau.
And that song is a turn up song. That's the type of song you listen to when you in Vegas. Straight up. If you in Vegas, specifically says if you got a California king bed, that bed big as shit.
Facts.
That bed big as shit.
It's a big bed.
Lanky motherfuckers need a big ass bed. Alright? So
It's a big bed.
So if you're in Vegas, bro, and you having a good night, doing your thing, you definitely want to put on Chateau. You're going up to the Chateau. The feel of the album is kind of R&B and pop.
So R&B and pop. So it's like you said, it's House of Balloon shit, but it's like a little more upbeat.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
What does that sound like?
It's a
check it out.
upbeat House of Balloons. He definitely uses auto-tune. We talked about it in the episode prior. He uses auto-tune, but the way that he manipulates auto-tune in the middle of a song or like in the middle of a verse is crazy. Like
Interesting.
he'll hit different pitches with the same note, if that even makes sense. I'm on my nerd shit.
No, it's
but
all good.
he'll
Nerd out,
have
homie.
but he'll have the same it's kind of crazy, and why it's impressive is he's engineering it. He's one of these Big Crit type dudes. Big Crit does his beats, engineers it,
He
and
does
does the
everything.
mixing. He does everything. J. Cole.
Yeah.
J. Cole. These type of dudes that do everything is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's multiple tracks within one song. Producer, the rapper, the mix, dog.
Bro, you could be a partial. This man is so he's very under the radar. Meaning like if you write Baby, bro, if you're a writer on Baby, bro, you're breaded automatically, bro.
Facts. That's
So
crazy.
So he's producing these. He's making the beats. He's engineering, like we said, and he also has other albums. If you check out Black Bear, he has punk rock albums, sounding like Green Day, sounding like Fall Out Boys.
So he's like a chameleon. He just jumps from genre to genre to genre.
Remember that Greg Oden commercial? I'm a chameleon.
Yeah.
That's my mans.
Yeah.
That's my mans.
Damn.
And
Damn, I really dropped the ball, bro. I should have listened to that fucking
And-
track. I just
and-
lost track.
Yes, and I always my girl likes to listen to a lot of punk rock from back in the day when we were in high school around if you graduated around 2010, 2009, 2011, you was in that punk rock. If you heard any type of you had to hear it. Even if you weren't into it, you heard a couple of them joints, and that's kind of what he sounds like over 808 sometimes.
I'm definitely.
He's got a song on here where he's sounding like that. It's called Juicy Sweatsuit. And Juicy J's on it. I mean, we may have sent you that one. But like, he got Juicy J, but he's sounding like Green Day. I'm telling you, this shit is fire.
So that song with Juicy J, it's kind of like a punk rock song?
That song is a hip hop song. It's definitely a hip hop song, but the way that his Black Bear's voice is, he's not like hiding the fact that he sounds kind of like a punk rocker. Like, yeah, like all of that bravado, I guess it's called, or
I feel you. Very interesting. The artwork itself, though, like that shit, like obviously, I'm not even talking about the bare-chested girl. I'm talking about what's taped to her chest.
Yeah.
Just hella pills, like this. I could tell this. Tell me if I'm wrong. This guy's like talking about like numbing himself, not trying to feel any pain.
He all of that. He's on his like I said, he's on his House of Balloons.
But you see, what's so interesting about that is that if you said that this vibe is very House of Balloons and also based off the artwork, I'd be like, I know exactly what I'm getting myself into. But you threw that fucking monkey wrench, and you're like, the fucking pop, and I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm fucking hella intrigued. I'm gonna check this shit out tonight, homie.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for Black Bear, man. I saw him on a live stream. I keep bringing up performances, but I feel like it's important when you're talking about an artist because it adds a whole, like, if you can't perform, your fans are gonna come see you and they're not gonna come back. You're gonna have a one-time fan. So when I saw him perform, he was honestly doing his punk rock shit. I think he has an album called Red Roses, and that's his punk rock shit. And he performed. I'm not even fully into that type of music. He did some of his hip hop songs there, but he performed the shit out of it. He, doing all the theatrics. Mm-hmm. Very theatrics, almost like he went to a school in arts. I always respect that. Sometimes the shit is weird. Sometimes the shit is weird.
It could go left field sometimes, yeah.
But when you're performing up there, you don't care what people think. You're doing your thing. That shows something to me.
So he's a good performer.
Great performer.
Damn,
great performer.
Yo, that fucking R&B House of Balloons, but mixed with punk rock. I'm
mixed
like,
with punk rock and pop.
Like, what? That's just like, I'm just like, what? That just like blew my mind a little bit.
Black Bear go crazy.
I'm gonna check that out. What was it called again?
Digital Drug Lord.
Digital Drug Lord. Yeah, that fucking title is fire too.
You gotta send the drugs through the Silk Road. People know. It got shut down, but.
Oh man. So that was your number 7. So for my number 7, I remember telling you we were talking offline, and I told you that I'm coming out the gate.
You said you're coming out the gate.
I'm coming out the gate. So my number 7.
Oh,
I told you, bro. I'm talking Weekend, dog. I'm talking Weekend, bro. I told you I was coming out the gates. All right, remember I said I had a hot take?
Yeah.
This is his best album.
Better than House.
Thank you, God, you brought that up. House of Balloons, Thursday, and Echoes of Silence, they're not albums. They were originally released as mixtapes.
Okay.
So I don't count them as his albums.
Okay.
I get what you're saying, though. So, like, if depending on whoever's judging it, But for me, I don't count them as albums, so they're separated from his albums. From his label, official albums, I'm always fucking with Kissland. Kissland, to me, was the perfect blend of House of Balloons, Thursday, Echoes of Silence, Weekend, but with kind of mainstream. Like, obviously he signed with the label and he's trying to blow up.
Yeah.
But it kept that essence, bro.
Yeah.
It kept the essence of him just being kind of like, just not trying to go all the way pop. Like, Beauty Behind the Madness, this guy was like, yo, fuck it. To me personally, that's just my opinion. Yeah. He was like, fuck it, I'm going pop. Yeah. Can't Feel My Face, he's talking about coke, but that sounds like a Z100 song. Yeah. It's insane. The Hills was a good song off that album. That kind of felt very Weekendish, but whatever. Dog, Kissland? And I remember he did an interview with Zane Lowe. I think it was during the time he was promoting Starboy, and he was talking about Kissland, and he said that wasn't a very good first album effort, which I understand why, because the numbers, projections, and all that shit. But the reason why he said that, he said like the album felt very distorted. Yeah. It felt very like claustrophobic, kind of to him. And I mean, obviously, I respect it. It's his music, it's his craft, so I'm gonna listen to it.
Hell yeah.
But man, personally, bro, number 7. This album came out in 2013. The moment I listened to it, I was like, I just loved everything about it. Belong to the World, Pretty, Adaptation.
This
Bruh.
is Adaptation the song that's like 9 minutes?
Pretty sure it's Adaptation. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
this,
sure
yeah,
it's
this
Adaptation.
this album. Honestly,
Bruh, I could go
I don't
on,
even
dog.
I don't even think that is a hot. All right, so
No, that's a hot take.
most of his why? Because people would say what?
Okay, depending on who you talk to, because obviously there's literally a line being drawn in the sand between Weeknd fans. You're either real early
Yeah,
and you knew about him during that mixtape days,
yeah,
or the other side of the line in the sand is Beauty Behind the Madness. That's when he really fucking popped off.
okay.
And that's where everybody was like, "Oh shit, who's this guy? This song is very upbeat."
Yeah.
But then obviously the lyrics is talking about coke. So
Love
depending
that.
on who
Love
you
that.
talk to, like if you're gonna talk to the crowd about finding out about him during Beauty Behind the Madness,
Yeah.
they're gonna say, I feel like they're gonna say Starboy. They're gonna say Beauty Behind the Madness. They're gonna say
Star, bro, I forgot about Starboy, bro.
Starboy's a good album.
That should be
but
having me. That should be having me crip walking.
Nah.
The Weeknd don't even claim.
Facts. No. Starboy's a good album. Don't get me wrong. I like it, but I don't think it's a great body of work. I have Starboy. I pick songs that I like. There's certain songs that I pick that I love, but like as a complete body of work or even like a portion of the album, I don't
No,
think it could fuck with Kissland.
honestly, Kissland to me. First, I'm gonna ask you, what does Kissland remind you of in terms of like you wake like the type of day?
Rainy,
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say a
Rainy.
thunderstorm.
a thunderstorm.
A motherfucking thunderstorm.
And you know another reason why it reminds me of that. Do you remember the video for "Belong to the World"? It was well, this album was made in Tokyo.
Fire.
This album was made in Tokyo. Like he literally just he just threw himself into the Tokyo, Japan culture and all that shit.
Fire.
And I remember seeing like I think it was at MTV. This was MTV was still popping.
Yeah.
MTV they did like a feature on Weeknd, and it was basically him behind the scenes creating this album, and he was talking about Tokyo, and he was like, the reason why I wanted to come to Tokyo is because it's just a completely different world, and I never been, and Tokyo is actually my number one bucket list that I want to go to. But from the friends that I talked to, they say it's completely different. Everything from like the major metropolitan areas, obviously they're a lot more cleaner.
Yeah.
The culture, everybody's a lot nicer. The fashion, everything is just different.
Yeah.
And he said that he wanted to get away. And one of his lines and one of his songs is like, been staring at the same wall for 18 years, and then now I'm touring across the world. Shit like that. I don't know verbatim, but it's like around those lines. But going back to your question, the video for "Belong to a World" is Tokyo, Japan,
Fire.
and from what I remember from it, it was eerie. It was dark. You could say dark. It was dark, eerie, moody, and it was just like, fuck, bro. Like I fuck with this video.
Yeah.
The video fits with the feeling of the song as well. So that's another reason why I think of Rain and just like gray and cloudy and all that shit.
Yes, sir. Artists be making up they be making up some bullshit sometimes.
What do you mean?
They be making up some bullshit like yeah, I just wasn't in my right head. All right, like I just wasn't in my right head. I just couldn't perform that song. Like Summer Walker, she was like, I just can't perform that song because it just cuts too close. Like, but changing scenery is not bullshit. Like how you said he went to Tokyo to record. That is one thing that you can believe from artists that is totally real, because for my weed smokers out there. Anytime, even if you don't smoke, when you go somewhere different, when you go to a different country, different state, different wherever, you do feel different. You start to feel the vibes
It's
of
crazy.
it. You start to feel this, that, and the third. And if Weeknd holds true and does all of these drugs, when you
I don't think he does them
you
a
think he
lot
caps
anymore.
a little bit?
Recently, I mean, I just all speculation. This was my opinion. I think he definitely waned off a lot.
Yeah.
But like during this time, I think he was still on that shit.
He was still on that
Yeah.
shit. So I say that to say, if you go somewhere, if you're somewhere different for the first time, and you smoke weed, you get higher than you've ever been because you just change of scenery. So if I don't do them harshes that the Weeknd be talking about, he be going crazy digital. He's a real digital drug lord. I would guess that it's gonna hit you a little harder. You're gonna have different feelings because of this, that, and the third. Because drugs fuck with your emotions. So I'm gonna guess you're gonna record some fire ass shit when you're doing something like that. And he was hungry at this time because was he trying at this time was. You said this was 2017?
No, the album came out in 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's early in his career. So
the
he's hungry.
Yeah, and what they did after he signed to the label, I forgot what label. I think he was at a label at the time. I don't think he had his own label yet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember they came out with that trilogy album?
Yes.
Yes. They basically just compiled the 3 mixtapes and put it out as an album.
Yes.
So I don't count that. So I count this as his first official debut label album. Go ahead.
Since you say that with the mixtape and albums, I'm gonna ask you this is a crazy question.
Nah, hit me, bro.
And it's different. This is not R&B.
Nah, that's what we here for, dog. We're here to talk about the shit.
So
Feel me? Let's get into it, dog.
Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne, to me, Lil Wayne is the GOAT because of his mixtapes. But I'm gonna ask this. I had to do a disclosure so people don't turn me off when I say this. Is Lil Wayne the most overrated album artist?
Why are you asking me that?
Bro, his mixtapes blow his albums out of the water. They're not even close. Like, he has certain hits like a Millie and certain really big hits that still hit crazy. But bro, his mixtape, like if you're in a car with 5 people, you packed out the back, there's 3 people sitting in the back.
Yeah.
And you play some of his hits, people are gonna go crazy. But if you play the mixtapes, people gonna go, oh shit, I forgot about a whole different reaction.
That's when he really popped off, when he went through that mixtape run. He was doing crazy mixtape runs, and that's what like propelled him into like, okay, this guy is the next one.
He's the guy.
And then that's when like the whole mainstream stuff happened. Fuck, man. So honestly, I might be the wrong guy to ask that question because I'm a Wayne fan. Like, I like him and I appreciate his I appreciate what he's done for the culture.
Yeah.
And like definitely he's one of the GOATs. But like I just never really gravitated a lot towards him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not the right guy to answer that, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
It's all good.
I mean, his albums. What are real quick on a little tangent? What are his official albums? Are Carter 1, Carter 2, Carter 3? He did I Am Not a Human Being.
I'm Not a Human Being. He had the rock one when he was faking the guitar on stage.
What's that one called?
I forget. Rebirth. I don't
Rebirth.
know.
The thing.
It is, right?
I think it's Rebirth.
Yeah.
And then yes, Carter 4, obviously.
Yeah, like those, they're good songs on there. They're not like there's certain trash songs on there. But again, I gotta stay consistent. Longevity. He's been famous since he was like 8 or whatever. He had that document. Check out that documentary. That shit is funny as much as it is sad.
Which one? Do you remember? Do you remember the name of it and shit?
I don't remember the name. It might be on YouTube. But when he said that Birdman had him in a room with the prostitute when Lil Wayne was like 12.
Legitimately 12.
You know what story I'm talking about? And he like,
I don't know the story, but I know that he signed when he was like 12, 13.
And all you hear, Lil Wayne literally explains it like this. He goes, "Suck Lil Wayne let dick. Suck Lil Wayne let dick." Everybody in the room when he's like 12. So you got to check out that documentary because that shit is raw.
Awesome.
Wayne has been in the game so long that you got to give him respect. But those mixtapes, come on, those mixtapes are different, bro.
Big facts.
But
No, that's a great question, man. That's a great question.
But back to The Weeknd.
Yeah. So I just those mixtapes, I just don't count them. And
I feel that.
This one is just, to me, is the first official debut label album. And to me personally, it might be a hot take, maybe not. I think it's his best album. Go ahead.
You know why that's a really good barometer to gauge shit on? Is that you can't count mixtapes. It's harder to make an album because it's almost like playing street ball and playing regulation. You're playing regulation, you got to coach, you got to listen to you got to play in the confines.
Yeah,
you got to play
official refs.
There's official refs. You got to play within the confines of certain things. You on a mixtape, you playing street ball. There's no refs, there's no nothing. So
you great analogy, dog.
Hey, you could do whatever, and you know what I'm saying. On an album, we can't get that sample cleared for you. I'm sorry.
I was really gonna say mixtapes. I remember Lil Wayne was just rapping over like songs that were put out officially, and I don't know if it is like that right now. But I remember back in the day, like they didn't have to worry about sample clearances.
Yep. On my music nerd shit again, there was a case with Nicki Minaj recently where she used a song, she didn't release it. Funk Flex released it by accident on Hot 97, and she actually lost this lawsuit with the sample that she never made money on, and that's how mixtapes used to be. Mixtapes used to be, I got this beat, I'm hopping on this beat, You can't do nothing about it because I'm not making money off. This is purely promotional. It's gonna go on motherfucking Dat Piff and SoundCloud.
Literally.
And 5 years ago, within 5 years ago, Nicki Minaj lost a lawsuit that claimed that like you can't do that no more. Like you could get sued, like you could lose. I forget who it was. Whitney Houston, somebody, not Whitney Houston. Shaka Khan, somebody like that sued her.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, this music game is crazy.
But
man.
that's why that's a great thing to not count mixtapes. It's harder to make an album. You're within confidence.
Yeah, and then on top of that, it's like whenever the album is thrown out, it's like automatic pressure. You know, because I'm gonna go to Drake. Drake is always weaving through these lines. He makes a playlist.
Yes.
He doesn't throw out albums. He's like, nah, my next project. He also says project. He's like, my next project is not an album. It's a playlist.
Yep.
But it's like an album.
Yep.
But he doesn't want that pressure of the next album because everybody's gonna be like, is it a classic? Is it not?
Yeah, what you doing?
So whatever. That's a different tangent. But as far as this album, bro, Kissland, this is my favorite Weeknd album. I think it's his best album. And like I said, I think it's the perfect time because he still has that mixtape vibe, and it's right before he blows up with the mainstream shit. He still keeps his Weekend vibes, Toxic, all that shit.
Yeah.
And I named a whole bunch of songs, but one of them I forgot is Professional. Bro, this album.
Oh, that's my favorite song on there.
So that song is. I'm not gonna play myself and sing it, but
that's
and
fire.
one last thing is fucking this album. It has a little bit of everything. It has a little bit of like upbeat R&B, but still Weekend vibes, obviously. But then it has like dark Weekend shit, like Pretty to me is a dark song. It's like never feel so pretty, and then he's talking. Oh, he just gets into his Weekend bag, bro.
Love
This shit
it.
is fucking amazing.
Love it.
So yeah, man, that's my number 7. Weekend Kissland. Go check it out for all you new Weekend fans. Go check this one out.
Mixtapes are not albums. This next artist, probably, honestly, out of all the R&B acts, she probably had the biggest come up within the last 6 years.
6, okay.
This album came out in 2020, so it's fairly new. It might honestly, it's probably the newest album I have. I usually like to let an album marinate for a little bit, see if it has replay value, but there's certain songs in this album that it's really undeniable that it has to be in my top 10 because this shit be having me bumping. People probably look at me when I'm in my car bumping this shit like he crazy as hell. I be fucking singing that shit. Kalani. It was all good until it wasn't.
I remember that album. That was a good album. It was a good album.
The reason why Kehlani ranks so high on my album list, her voice, there's certain videos that you could go watch. Her voice with no auto-tune is crazy. Her range is crazy. Like how she could manipulate her voice to do certain things live is insane. In the way that she doesn't try to sound like anybody else. Everybody on my list, honestly, if you go down the list and you're listening to these albums, you're not gonna really hear similar patterns within the music. Like these artists, I feel like almost they're so talented with their vocals that they can challenge themselves and it still comes out like a very nice finished product. She got a song on here, Serial Lover. Serial Lover is probably the hottest song right here, bro.
That's your joint?
Bro,
That's your joint?
the way that it starts out and it's just mellow for 2 minutes, and then right at the end, honestly, I wish she extended. You ever listen to a song that's short, and you're like, bro, I wish you just kept
Don't
extending.
fucking get me started, bro. I hate when that shit happens, dog.
I wish you kept extending. What the fuck?
So that song was short?
Bruh, it's 2:12, something like that. And it's smooth. I said 2 minutes, but it's smooth for $130 that has no drums. It doesn't have drums for like $130. Then right after you pass that, the bass start knocking, and that's when people look in my window and they go, "This motherfucker crazy. Why is he dancing so hard on a Wednesday? We got 2 more days of work. You shouldn't be happy."
On a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, you should be. We got 2 more days to go to work, bro. Why you happy, dog?
I listened to that album, and dog, it's just, you know what else sucks in today's world? It's just music is just coming every fucking
Every second.
day, bro. Honestly, there's new music every day, and I can't sit with an album as much as I used to. But I do remember listening to that album when it came out. That was a good ass album. That was a great album.
And it was a little bit better because she had the whatchamacallit. She had the Party Next Door and Kyrie Irving drama. The drama always makes it interesting. I do not take this drama stuff serious, but The shit is entertaining as hell.
It is, man. We're only human, bro. We're only human,
The
bro.
shit is hysterical, bro.
Yeah, I remember that was the time when fuck, bro. That shit
Kyrie was
funny.
posting on Instagram that the world was flat and that he lost his girl.
Yeah, and P&D was in the sheets.
P&D was holding her hand and stuff like that because he don't post his face ever.
Facts.
Party next door is like I think he might be like 42 years old, but his industry age is like 27.
Right? Yo, P&D is a sneaky ass dude, bro.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, man. No, that album I remember listening to. I remember in the moment the album was really good. I really liked it. I
Yeah.
really liked it.
Yeah, I like the way, like I said before, I like the way she chooses her music. It really doesn't sound like anything that's on the radio over and over again.
And you said when it come out, 2020?
This came out 2020, so it's fairly
recent, bro.
fairly recent.
Fairly recent. See, things like that, when you reveal your list in a particular number, 6, 5, 4, whatever, if that album is like fairly recent, 2020, 2019, that means something. That
Hell
means
yeah.
something, bro. That means the quality of the music is really good because
That's
we're talking about projects within the last 10 years. And if you're picking a project from the last 2 years or 3 years,
Mhm.
that means it made a real big impact on you and it was recent.
Hell yeah.
So like that's something to take note of, yo.
Hell yeah.
That's
Hell
dope.
yeah.
That's dope.
I feel like that. I feel like that album put a lot of people that are in the R&B world like on notice of like, okay, she can't just because a lot of people can sing. There's a whole lot of people that can sing, and there's a whole lot of people that can rap. There's not many people that can make a song. That's different. Like, bro, there's a certain rappers. Person comes off top, Lil Yachty. Motherfucker can't rap. He could not rap, dude. But he can make a song.
He knows how to make a song.
He's an artist.
Yeah.
You gonna ask me? The conversation I don't like a lot. Drake, Kendrick. Make that can go on forever. But to make it short and sweet, Kendrick's way better rapper.
Yeah.
But Drake makes better songs. Like in the club, like if you in the club, bro, you're not trying to hear Kendrick talk about the black injustice and all of this, and that stuff is very much needed. All that in the third.
Yeah.
But if you in the club, you just gotta drink, try to have a good time, get away from the stressors, put on Drizzy.
That's facts. That's facts. Drake he's a master at creating songs, especially like singles. It's like he's like a scientist, bro. He knows how to drop it, when to drop it, what they're looking for. It's insane. That's a dope analogy.
And that comes back to the point of, if you go back through the pod, you'll probably hear me ask this a lot. I say, what does the music sound like? Because Kendrick has a sound like where are you when you want to listen to Kendrick? You're probably in your car, daytime, maybe nighttime for Good Kid, Mad City. That stuff is important, and artists are very aware of that when they're making their songs. Is this gonna be played in the day? Is this gonna be played at night? Can this be played at any time? Is this gonna be played in the club?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and of course, artists take that into consideration. So okay, you've been asking me about my albums. What kind of vibe is it? Kalani. What kind of vibe is he?
Kalani's the type of shit, honestly, where you just broke up with your ex, right? You broke up with her on like a Tuesday. You broke up with your girl, or your dude,
True.
and you
true,
like,
true,
and you
true.
like, you know what?
We respect all sexualities.
Also LGBTQIA plus,
We respect all that. Yeah, yeah.
and you about to go out. You with your homies or you with your girls. You about to go out, and you pouring the drink up, and you need something that's not slow talking shit toxically. You need something a little upbeat talking shit toxically. And you could put on this Kehlani shit. And when the vibes come, when the bounce come, and she's talking her shit, that's what you need right before you go out. Right before you about to do a bunch of shit you regret, you bump. Yo, it's honestly perfect. It was good until it wasn't. You bump that shit until you regret some shit. Shit used to be good, now it ain't. I regret this night. Shouldn't have did that shit.
Damn, that album title fits perfectly with literally how you described
Yeah,
it.
if the graphic was better, people could see it.
Yeah, for the viewers, sorry, man. Listeners, just be grateful that you didn't see it. My number 6. Hey.
Yo.
I told you I'm coming out the gate, boy.
Yo.
I'm coming out the gate. Okay.
This shit is too fire.
Different, bro. Different. Okay, so obviously you can see in front, behind us, we got the Summer Walker, Still Over It. This album came out super recent, 2021. I want to say like the fall that just passed. It's interesting because I was heavily debating between Over It and Still Over It. I literally listened to both albums back to back to back to back. If that made any sense. And I'm like, bro, Over It is such a good album. But I'm like, Still Over It was it to me, bro. You know what song is insane? And you know who doesn't get props? Screwing, Future and Omarion.
Ooh, okay.
Bruh,
Okay.
Omarion comes on that shit. Pause. Damn! Super pause. When he when he hops on the track, bro, he is killing it, bro. He's one of the and all these people are trying to get people for verses, like who's gonna face Usher, depending on who it is, whatever. But I would want to see Omarion in the verses, bro, because he got joints, he could sing, he could dance. We all know he could dance, so his performance is gonna be good for the verses. But anyway, going back to Summer Walker, bro, that joint screwing with Future and Omarion, that shit was crazy. The song was already good, and then when Omarion hops on the track, I'm like, bruh.
Homie made Icebox.
Whoa.
Go.
Icebox,
Something
bro.
like this. Go.
What do you do?
Icebox.
I'm crying. And then on top of that, throw the joint Fourth Baby Mama.
That was fun.
Going at London, right? London,
Yeah.
I think. This is Baby
Yes,
Father.
yes. London on the track.
And then on the song, she's like, she's talking about how his mom didn't prepare him for basically like trying to be the father for all these children that he has.
He got a lot of baby mom.
He got a lot of baby mamas,
Lot of baby
and like, she's singing about like how like your mom should have done a better job, and she was also singing on the track how like he wasn't there for the pregnancy. She's also singing on the track saying how like he used to call her his queen, but she's realizing that he was just calling her his queen of R&B.
Ooh, London on the track, man.
Bruh.
Yo,
this shit
I
is
have a
crazy,
hot
dog.
take about this album because this is honestly one of my favorite. This album is great.
Go ahead, hit me.
Throw It Away.
That was one of the joints that I had that I was gonna talk about.
Throw It Away, honestly, is one of the best R&B. So some of these songs, right, that are upbeat, you can honestly, I have to give a disclosure, you can honestly say that some of them are R&B / pop when it goes upbeat, when it starts going upbeat. Rhythm and blues, and I could be wrong, somebody fact check me. I'm thinking it's a certain BPM, that it's slowed down. Throw It Away, strictly R&B because it's slow the whole time.
Yeah.
Is one of the best R&B, one of the best R&B songs of like the last 5 to 7 years. That song
Talk your
is,
shit,
bro.
boy.
That song doesn't make sense. That song, bro. I put that shit on and I'm like, aliens have arrived.
I feel you.
Aliens have came
I
down
feel you.
and they're living in human form.
That was one of the songs that I wanted to highlight. Fourth Baby Mama, School with Omarion, Throw It Away, Circus, Broken Promises.
Circuses.
Yo, there's one little knock about this album. The second track, I believe, is that joint with City Girls. I forgot the name of it. JT. It's
with
super
JT.
upbeat. It's like, I get it.
You leave your man.
Yeah, I get it. You gotta like play to the masses. But I'm like, I skipped that song right away, bro.
Really?
I'm not into that song at all, dog. I'm not really a City Girls guy, but
I don't like when JT hops on it. I don't like when JT comes on the track. I like that song when I'm drinking because it's upbeat and it has a really nice bounce.
Yeah.
And I turn it off on JT because she messes up the bounce. She starts rapping and it's no more bounce. It's now like, it's almost like rapidy rap, but she doesn't have bars. When you're doing rapidy rap, you better be like murking shit to me.
See, I can't even talk to you about that because I just don't listen to the song
You don't listen,
ever,
you
bro.
skip it.
I just
I don't
skip
blame
it,
you.
dog.
I don't blame
And I'm just like, but thank God that's the only track that is like super out of, to me, that's super out. It's just not, it's not cohesive within the album to me because the rest of the album I feel like is super R&B. You feel me?
So what do you think of the Pharrell track? That's one of my favorite ones too.
Yeah.
You don't like the upbeat ones?
Yeah, I forgot what it was called, but like I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Pharrell, Neptunes, Chad Hugo, I love them, bro. But I wasn't. The first time I heard it, I was not feeling it,
Get
my
it
guy.
down right there. Get down right there. No,
I was not feeling it, bro.
You was
I
like-
was not feeling it. It honestly, literally, I just started liking the song. I can't even say start liking it. I just started accepting the song.
Gotcha.
I started accepting the song when I was re-listening to the albums for this podcast. I was like, okay, it's not terrible, and like I can listen to it.
Yeah.
I'm not skipping. I was skipping it right away, bro, because I was just like, what the fuck, like, I don't think it's cohesive. I don't think it fits within the album. But I keep saying, reiterating myself. But yeah, the more I listened to it, I just became more accepting of it. Great question, bro. I totally forgot about that song. Yeah, man. Just Summer Walker's still over it. Oh, and real quick, I wanted to throw this at you. So as far as R&B in today's world, and as far as the females, killing it, obviously.
Yeah,
But
they're killing it, man.
Summer Walker, to me, I feel like she's thrown within a group. There's like a group of R&B women that like they're people always trying to pit against.
Mm-hmm.
You got Summer,
Mm-hmm.
you got SZA,
Mm-hmm.
her,
On LMA.
Ella
And
Mai.
LMA. LMA just came out with a song. I can't think of the name of it. It might rank up there. Like, talk to me in 2 years. This song doesn't make sense.
I gotta check that one out.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like within that group that she's thrown in, I don't like. SZA might have something to say about it. I mean, I think her just won a Grammy, so. But
Yeah.
but like to me, Summer Walker's, I think she's the one, bro.
Yeah.
SZA hasn't dropped in years.
Yeah.
She had it.
TDE has a very weird way of releasing music, and they have too many artists to do. At first,
Yeah.
when it was only the 5 of them, when it was Kendrick, Schoolboy, Absol, J-Rock, and SZA, you can do what they were trying to do. They were trying to drop like every quarter and split it up, even though there's 4 quarters. They were still trying to like split it up within quarters, and something happened because obviously like Kendrick's next album is his last one. And stuff like that. So something happened, and there's something weird going on with the way they release music.
It's so interesting that you bring that up because I literally saw a thread on one of the blogs that I still follow. Yes, the blog is still alive. But one of the blogs that I follow, I saw a thread where Top Dog was literally responding to Twitter questions. And one of the questions was basically like, why haven't you dropped stuff? Why hasn't anybody dropped anything?
Mm-hmm.
And the answers were pretty much the same. Is like, we're coming, pause, is like, we're just working on our stuff. We're trying to make sure it's right before we just drop it. But dog, like, we want to hear from the main guys. Like, Isaiah Rashad just dropped a project, is good. But like, we want to hear from the main guys. We want to hear from, what was that?
You saw that thing about Isaiah Rashad?
You didn't like the project?
No, not the project. The first project that Isaiah Rashad ever dropped, fire. I had that on repeat for a minute. But you didn't see what happened with Isaiah Rashad?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why I made the face.
Oh,
If people know, we're not gonna talk about it.
Yeah,
but if
yeah.
people know, you know I made that face. It's funny.
If people know, you know. But as far as like, just the music, that album came out. It was cool. I believe like some other artists dropped, but they're not the mainstays of fucking TDE.
Yeah.
We want to hear from Schoolboy Q just dropped the song Soccer Dad. Pretty cool. But we want to hear from Kendrick. Obviously, Kendrick is he's the throne of TDE, and supposedly he's gonna be dropping something soon. But whatever. Anyway,
Number 2 DMing my bitch.
Bro, Kendrick is a dude. Little TDE tangent, but going back to
yeah.
Summer Walker, this album was fucking
Yeah.
amazing to me. That's my number 6. That's my number 6, man.
What does this feel like? I almost feel like it sounds like the last album. It really does to me. But you like different songs, so maybe not.
What does the album feel like to me?
Yeah, what does it feel like to you? What would you be doing? What type of place you at? Where are you at?
For the songs that I like, where you at in life? I just picture myself walking on the beach and just like contemplating life.
Straight up.
Facts. You're right, because you just said something very interesting. Because depending on the songs that I like, and I just told you I don't like JT. I'm not a huge fan of that Pharrell song, and both of those songs are upbeat.
Yeah.
So like with Summer Walker, I like when she gets into her R&B smooth bag.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I'm chilling in the crib and just
Chilling in the
like
crib.
listening to music and just trying to really gauge what the artist is trying to project from this project.
Yeah. Fire.
That's pretty much it, man.
Fire, yeah, just chilling. Just chilling. You could be driving, you could be chilling. I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. It definitely is it's smooth. It's a smooth album. It's very cohesive too. It's got a storyline behind it. Fire.
Yeah.
So this artist, bro.
I think I have faith in you.
Come on, man. This artist, bro. Probably, not even probably, honestly. He's the best. He's the best R&B artist within the last 10 years, and he's been that for this long. And this is a hot take, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that when I flip to him. Come on, man. Come on, man. Party Next Door.
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. Before you start, so the hot take that you said,
Yes.
I agree. I'm P&D all day, bro. This guy is
P&D.
one of my favorite artists.
I'm P&D.
But you said,
I'm Team P&D, bro.
but you said
We gotta have
he's
takes.
the best
R&B artist
to come out.
of the last 10 years.
So we're 2022. So we're talking about 2012.
And I think
I can throw some names at you right now, bro.
and the reason I say this is because if I said to you, who's the hottest R&B / pop, I guess, woman of the last 10 years, who really comes to mind?
I don't know. R&B / pop in the last 10 years.
Who has the most hits? And the hits are, this is a jaded question because I'm kind of leading you this way,
Yeah.
but and hits are viable and not annoying on the radio.
You gotta help me out, bro.
Riri. No, bro. I was talking about this with a coworker. No woman, not even Beyonce, because her records are slower, can beat Rihanna in a versus. You have to pick men. You have to start picking men, and it has to be like Pitbull, because there's so many hits, bro.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And who's Rihanna's main writer?
Who was that? I forgot.
Party.
Oh shit.
He writes all her records, bro. All her best records. All of her best ones. If you're writing Rihanna's records, and you're helping writing Drake's records,
Facts.
and you come out with albums like this, with Sex on the Beach, with the sample from Latch, from the artist Disclosure, from the band Disclosure,
Go ahead, break it down, boy.
with the
Cook it.
that little shit in the background, bro. Party.
Yo, this. Oh my god, I have so many questions, bro. This could be an episode by itself, bro. Go ahead, my bad. I'm gonna let you rock.
No. Ask the
I was
question.
gonna say, okay. What made you decide between this and the first one? If
Third one is trash.
it is
Third one's trash.
big facts. What the fuck
I'm
happened with
always-
that, dog?
I think he was smoking Quaaludes.
I don't know what the fuck happened with that. What made you pick this one over the first one, or is the first one on the list? Or like say no comment. I don't know. Like
The first one, okay, so the first one, it still sounds a little gritty to me. He said when he was recording for a long time, I don't know if he did it for this album, he was mixing and mastering, again, another guy who does his mix and mastering and beat making. He was mixing all the shit in Dre Beats headphones.
for this album.
Yeah. No, for P1. I know for a fact for P1. I'm not sure for P2.
Mm-hmm.
He said for P1 he was doing all the mixing and mastering in fucking Dre Beats headphones. That's very hard to do and then play it in your car.
Facts.
So I'm like, okay, that's crazy, but it still sounds a little gritty, and I am a sound person, and the songs to me with the catchiness aren't as catchy as like the best song on P1 that sticks out in my brain is "Welcome to the Party." Welcome to the party. Welcome.
Oh, that whole to me that project is fucking legendary.
And,
But my bad, go ahead.
And the reason, no, it's perfect. And the reason why I say "Welcome to the Party" is the best is because I think of songs sometimes in terms of how a person's gonna perform it. And "Welcome to the Party," bro, he can do that to open his concert for the rest of his life.
Have you seen P&D live?
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face right now. I've never seen him live. I'm gonna punch you in the face right now. Fuck. Where'd you see him?
Oh, you're gonna punch me in the face, dude. OVO Fest when Drake and Meek were having beef, and he posted the memes of Meek on the thing, and Kanye was.
You went to it?
Me and my girl drove 10 hours to Toronto.
That sounds like a
For
good ass time, bro.
OVO Fest. It was amazing.
Damn. Fuck. Okay, my bad. Continue.
I almost
my
cried
bad.
when Party came out. Nah.
Nah, bro. I forgot what project he dropped, but I was actually trying to go see him. He went. It was years ago, maybe like 2017. I don't know what project it was, but he was doing it was like a small tour, and I was trying to get tickets, bro, for at the time my girl and I was trying to get tickets, but I didn't realize the party hive that's going on. I didn't realize it, so like my dumbass was like, the tickets went on sale at 10 a.m. and I'm like, yo, let me try at 10:20. I'm like, bruh.
Gone.
Hella gone.
You need the pre-sale for Party.
Hella gone. And then
Yeah.
the resale tickets I remember were crazy. I was like, I'm sorry, P&D. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still getting to know you. I'm not gonna spend that bread.
Yeah.
I regret it. But my bad. Continue, bro.
A secret for the people listening. If you want to see an artist, bro, unless he or she is your favorite artist, just wait for a festival to come around. Just wait for a festival. It's much cheaper. They're gonna perform their hit songs because they only do about 45, unless they're the headliner or before the headliner, which then they do like an hour. Headliner does like an hour and a half. unless it's your favorite artist, don't spend all that bread to go to like the best arena in your city and spend so much bread. Go to a festival, that shit is fire. Do some shrooms, smoke some weed at a festival. You will be in your element.
Appreciate the advice, homie.
But no, yeah, party, man, bro.
This shit is, that project is crazy. This project is crazy.
Like, again, talking about, we were saying before, if you combine T-Pain and Lil Wayne, a lot of people are sons. All these artists are their sons. Whole lot of R&B people. If you combine, I'm doing a combination. Sometimes you gotta because people try to do that so you don't say that someone sounds like one artist. They'll try to combine two artists, bro. If you combine if Party and Travis Scott had a love child, a lot of artists again are right under their tree.
That's a fact.
Are under their tree, bro.
That's a fact,
It's
bro.
crazy.
That's a fact. Options is on this, right?
Baby, you got options, girl. This is for the real bitches.
Bro, that's my joint.
Yo.
And then oh no, and Thirsty's on this.
Thirsty is one of my favorite songs of that can group up there with Throw It Away.
And then the remix for Wale came out with Thirsty. That was obviously that's not on the album, but
Oh, I didn't even know that. I gotta listen to that.
you haven't heard that? You probably heard it, but you
This
just
is
forgot.
another hot take.
You don't like Wale?
No. I love Wale. When it's an R&B song, your verse better be so fire, bro. Because like I hate R&B and rap together.
His verse is he goes in, bro.
He goes in. He does a good job.
Nah, he does a good job,
Okay.
bro. To me, hopefully, if you hear it, and you're like, are you
Because
fucking
no, it's good because sometimes rap feels a little weird. Like, bro, Ashanti. I wish I could have so many Ashanti songs without Ja Rule going. This motherfucker. While Ashanti's just sounding like an angel.
Yeah, I
Ja,
feel you.
relax, bro.
I feel you.
And that's a hot take because all those records went like double fucking diamond, platinum.
Big facts. But no, Wale does his thing, and on top of that, Wale is also slept on with his songwriting. He has some of the best songs, period, within the last 10 years.
Wale's a goat.
Big facts.
He just his attitude thing. People take him the wrong way because he's sarcastic. I think
I mean, but he brought it on himself.
he does do
Yeah.
certain things like that. But I feel like he's just super sarcastic and people don't understand that he's being he says that Seinfeld is his favorite comedy.
Yeah.
I don't think Seinfeld is that funny, but if you think Seinfeld's the greatest, that means you're super sarcastic and like you look at things a certain way. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, nah, Wale is different. But yeah, man, P&D 2, bro, this project was crazy, dog.
Party's the GOAT. Rihanna's a GOAT. If anybody, bro, make under the comments if you think
Please.
anyone can beat Rihanna in a versus. You have to tell me because the only person I can think of right now is Pitbull.
Yeah, yo, it's interesting that you say Rihanna against, because I always thought it was Beyonce, but it's true. Beyonce doesn't have enough upbeat shit.
She's gonna
like
do.
Rihanna.
She's gonna do single ladies upbeat. Cool. Like what other upbeat? Like she's gonna do.
Dog, I don't even know. I really don't know, dog. Oh, she's gonna do that fucking Bonnie and Clyde with Jay-Z.
Bonnie and Clyde.
It's a
Fucking.
throwback for your ass.
She has, because I'm forgetting. It's Queen B. She got about 5 or 6 that she's gonna play that are gonna be upbeat. And then the other one's gonna be slow, so you're just gonna get mocked. Because Rihanna's just gonna keep coming with club records that you're gonna take Molly to. Throw it up. Watch it all fall out.
That's a moment.
Watch it all fall out.
That was a moment.
And then she's gonna put on her fucking makeup that she makes billions of dollars, and then she's out the building, bro. She's out of there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I always thought Beyonce could go with Rihanna, but yeah, I think you're right. I think Rihanna has to go with someone else.
Yeah,
Maybe Pitbull.
there's literally no women, bro. I tried to think of it.
Going back to P&D, where do you rank P&D 2 within P&D's discography? That could be a fucking podcast in itself, bro.
That could be a podcast in itself because he has those little EPs where it's like Colors 2,
Colors
7
1.
days.
7
7 days
was
Yo, I'm such a party stan that he's so good at his dark sound that when he switches it up, it sounds awkward because he tries different, like, sometimes it sounds offbeat.
I get what he was trying to do with that 7 days. I remember he had a joint with Rick Ross. It was like features. It was features. That's definitely, to me, that's one of his bottom ones. But
It can be.
Colors Part 1. Just Know, Travis Scott, Cash Out.
Cash Out is crazy, and that shit sounds so gritty, bro. It sounds like he made that in a base. It sounds like he made that in a goddamn like New York City apartment, this small.
That project is insane, bro. That project is fucking insane. Just Married. That's the first track off of Colors Part
Just
1.
Married, and then Colors 2 is Let's Get Married.
Let's Get Married.
Rendezvous on Colors 2.
Yes, Rendezvous. Freaking You.
Freaking You is
Part
bro.
2.
This is another
Nutty,
thing,
dog.
bro.
It's legendary, bro.
Excuse me, Freaking You is crazy, right? Then Drake hops on it. I didn't like it as much. They have a Drake remix where Drake hops on that. It's on SoundCloud, and I didn't like it.
Was it like recycled verses, or was like
No, official remix. Drake put a verse on there, and everyone was joking. Oh, look, I'm trying to steal another party song. Everybody's making jokes.
Right.
He wasn't good on that song.
Fuck, I'll probably listen to it in a moment, but honestly, I don't remember it right now.
And that's why.
I gotta go check. Yeah, because the party wasn't good.
Mm-hmm. It would have been viral if it was. That song was amazing.
Freaking You is insane, bro.
And
That's
it's
just a fucking sample, dog. Stop.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Jodeci's obviously one of the best fucking R&B groups ever.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, that sample was insane, dog.
Crazy.
It's insane.
Crazy. Yeah, Party. Yeah. So that's my thing. Also, comment if you think anybody's better than Party within the last 10 years.
Bro, I could throw some names at you right now, but they might show up on my list, so we might save that conversation. I don't want to fuck up the list right now.
Yeah.
But yo, man, P&D is definitely he's one of my favorites. Like I can't say any project, but most of his projects, I'm fucking there with you, though.
Last thing about P&D, if you are a music buff like I am for R&B, and you are a P&D fan, go check out his Instagram. It's his most recent Instagram live. Somebody fully recorded it. It's on YouTube, and he has all unreleased songs that are stupid.
Yeah, I saw that going making its rounds through the internet, like Twitter and Instagram, but I didn't listen to it.
I work a weird job, and I was up at all hours of the night, bro. And it was 5 a.m. and I'm listening to goddamn bro.
It was songs with vocals or just like instrumentals?
Fully finished songs that he was like, I love music. He's like a weirdo. He's like, I love music. I'm never releasing these. He's like Prince. He's like, I'm never releasing these songs. Y'all can hear these right now. And he just keep throwing different signs. So I'm like, all right, Party, you're the man, bro.
Was that live fairly recent, or was it like a few months ago?
A few months ago, I would say 4 months ago, something like that.
So my number 5. There it is.
Images.
That's Don Toliver, Life of a Dawn. Now you might hate me because I get it. Most people would think Don Toliver is hip hop, but it's my podcast. it's my podcast, and I regard.
That's when you do that. That's when you do the mosh shit.
Big facts. Yeah, man. Just me personally, I consider Don Toliver hip hop R&B. A lot of people consider him hip hop, but this goes to what I was telling you in the previous podcast, how I didn't really talk about this album a lot.
Yep.
I made it a point to throw this album somewhere within this list. And the more I listen to all the projects, this is my judgment, my number 5 most favorite R&B project within the last 10 years, Life of a Dawn. Dog, Don Toliver is just Drugs and Hella Melodies. Stop. Kali Uchis, that's the artist that's featuring. The song's called You, featuring Travis Scott. Flocky Flocky featuring Travis Scott. Like
Flocky's fire.
Bro, so Don Toliver is signed to Travis Scott. I believe it's Cactus Jack Records, right? I could be, yeah. Okay. So he's signed to Travis Scott, and like, yo, their fucking chemistry and the way they sound on songs is just like beautiful, bro. And yo, Don Toliver and his melodies are fucking insane, bro. He had this project is one of the best projects of 2021. Came out in 2021, and he kind of has Bryson Tiller vibes to me, and just like the whole hip hop R&B shit.
Yeah.
That's how I don't want to compare the two, but I'm just saying to give you an idea for the listeners and viewers. Like it's hip hop R&B, and it's just like, dog, it's just a good fucking time, bro. For his first album, Life of a Dawn, this shit was stupid, bro.
The album cover definitely resembles. I've only heard the songs that are like regularly available to you from this album, like Flocky Flocky. And I believe he has one other hit that's on the radio. Does he have that Suicide Door, Brand New Bag? Is that on this song?
I don't think
that's
so.
not on this album.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Drugs and Hella Melodies. It was the first single.
Okay. So it's probably not on. Lemonade is what I'm trying to think of. That's not on here. I think the song's called.
Oh no. Yeah.
That song's very.
That's fucking. That's Internet Money. I think that's the group Internet Money. That's their song.
Oh, okay.
That song is fire though. That song is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It resembles, like, I literally feel like I should walk into a New York City club or dungeon and it should look like this if I'm listening to Don Toliver's music. 100%. I need to walk into somewhere and be like, oh, like, and be like a little scared when I walk in and be like, okay, it's safe here. Everyone's just on drugs. But like at first, you're like a little tense. You're like, what the fuck am I getting into?
Yeah, man. And he did an interview with Ebro on Apple Music, and he was talking about creating the album. He was talking about being signed to Travis Scott. And bro, his sound is just it's auto tuning, but I just feel like the way he uses it is fucking amazing, bro.
Yep.
Drugs and Hella Melodies, even though it was a single coming off this album, bro, that song is perfect, dog. It's such a good song. It's one of those songs to me that whenever an artist puts out a single, it's like, okay, the song's gonna get annoying after a while.
Yeah.
That song is not annoying to me. That song is not annoying. I'll put it on right now and I'm just vibing to it, bro. I fuck with that song.
I feel like that's how a lot of R&B is. I feel like R&B has more replay value than majority of rap songs.
Yeah.
I feel like R&B has more replay value. Rap songs, I really can't pinpoint it, but I really feel like R&B.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's the smoothness. Maybe it's the slowness.
You know what I think it is? I think R&B, a lot more people can connect to it. Because R&B is known for, being in your feelings and like, like talking about your feelings and all that shit. Everybody can relate to that. Everybody goes through stress, breakups, divorces, all that shit. Being cheated on. Not everybody goes through that, but a majority of people go through that.
Yeah.
Hip hop is flashy. Yo, look at all these women I got, jewelry, cars.
Yeah.
All this
You're not
money,
always in that mood.
The fucking money phone. It's like, it's like, dog, I can't relate to that. I'm not fucking filthy rich. But R&B, you can relate to it with all these feelings and emotions and shit.
That's true. It's definitely more relatable across the board.
And you know what else I find a little annoying right now? I feel like a lot of people are kind of hopping on the, I'm really an R&B guy. I'm not a hip hop guy. I feel like people are hopping on that wave a lot.
Scared to write bars.
I'm just like, why? I just feel like, why is everybody coming out of the woodworks and just saying how like everybody's an R&B dude? I'm just like, for me personally, and you that I've gotten to know him, but like I've known you for a while. It's like we've always talked about music and we always talk about R&B. So like I know we're not just saying that just for this podcast, but like that's just something annoying that I wanted to get off my chest.
Yeah,
like,
no,
I fucking hate that shit.
That has to be something like they're scared to write bars. Man. They're scared to write bars, bro, because people always are like, oh, did you write? You got a ghostwriter, oh, it taints your legacy, this, that, and the third. So people are like, all right, if I just move to the R&B, maybe they won't say that, because nobody says that about R&B, because you have to perform it. You got to be a vocal performer.
But I'm also talking about the fans too. I'm talking about like regular people.
Oh, the fans.
I'm talking about like regular people. Yeah. I didn't even think about the artist from your perspective. I didn't even think about that shit.
The fans claiming the genre.
I feel like a lot more people are just like, yo, I'm really an R&B dude. Like I fell in love with R&B before hip hop.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
I'm just like, I feel like I'm seeing that a lot within the internet, and I'm just like, what?
I feel like to say that, you better know. If you're gonna say that, you better know your 80s and 90s R&B at least. 70s a little too old, but you better know your 80s and 90s. You better know your Jagged Edges. You better know your 112s. You better know your Cisco. You better know your Drew Hill. You better know your Mike Jack.
Boyz II Men, Mike Jack, New Edition, Mint Condition. Bruh, don't test me, dog.
You better.
Don't test me,
That's
bro.
what people need to know. They need to know their Ashantis and all of that, bro. Like. But yeah, you can't just say that for sure. No way.
So, that's my number 5. We came to the end of the list. Hold on, I gotta bring it back to.
Bring it back to the
Boom!
brand.
I gotta bring it back to the homepage. You feel me?
To the brand.
So yeah, man, to the brand.
The brand.
Yeah, man. So that was part 2 of our R&B list. We still got more albums to talk about. We still got more of the list to dwindle down. But before we sign off, my guy Neil, I appreciate your time, and I want to thank you for your time and energy and effort for coming here, recording another podcast. I know it's not easy with scheduling and everything, but I really appreciate it, my guy.
My man's.
And obviously we're gonna keep doing this. We still got more to the list to go. But before we sign off, anything, your socials, anything that you wanna throw out?
Cousin Boneless on Instagram, cousin_boneless. That's my personal page. I just be posting silly stuff there. Some crypto stuff there. I might have something soon to promote, and y'all gonna watch out for it. But for now, just my personal.
My guy, yeah, and man, whenever you post something and you want to share it, let me know, and I'll obviously repost it, story, and all that shit. So
for sure,
I got your back. Anybody that puts an effort to coming here, recording a podcast, like the only right thing to do is to fucking reciprocate that energy, bro.
Thanks, bro.
So yeah, whenever you need
My
something,
guy,
bro,
bro.
I got you, man.
Bro.
But as far as time flies, for everybody tuning in, viewers, listeners, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Please, for the YouTube viewers, if you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment, hit that thumbs up as well.
Hit the thumbs up. It's easy. Just hit the thumbs up.
Big facts. For the people listening, please subscribe to the podcast, rate, review, Apple and Spotify. Also, you can find the links down below within the YouTube and also in the podcast app, whichever one you're using, Spotify or Apple. The links are going to be down below for Instagram, Twitter, the website, for merch, all that good stuff, man. So until next time, we're going to be signing off, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Time Flies.
Deuce.
Peace.
Bubble goose.